We will start episode 18 in great fashion for the city of New York.
Brand
Hit
new
the Sinatra.
start of it in old New York.
Yeah, Sinatra, sing.
If I can
Yankees, man.
make it
Good
there,
year, bro. You held it down for
I'll
us.
make it
Mets didn't make the playoffs, so
anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York.
New York. You bum ass.
shall we start it now? All right, now let's start. Now to our regularly scheduled program. We have somebody that's ready to come in.
I gotta do it. And I want to give a shout out to my man Dave who's around here right now. But he's upset just like all of you guys. Because you really thought you had it, huh? After game 2, you're tooting your little horn. Telling me about your 1 championship, 2 championships, 3 championships. Fuck you, Jack. And you were supposed to add a 1, but you didn't. I don't give a damn about your championships. It's too late for that. And I just want to say you are now watching episode 18 of the 2 to 1 show. Next year, Yankee fans, next year. Welcome, everybody, man. I want to welcome my man D to the right, my man Jack N on the left. The intro was a little different because, as you all know, the Yankees were defeating in the ALDS. And we are extremely sad about that, obviously, as you guys can see.
Sorry we had to put D through that, D, man. We're sorry you had to do that.
What's up, D? What's going on, broski?
That Met hat got fucking Yankee colors.
Yeah, it don't matter. It ain't about the color. It's about the logo.
Did they get how did they get that? It wasn't that like trademarked that color? Did they like pay for it or
I
something?
don't know, but it looks good. With
I know,
the,
I
it
know.
looks, Yankee blue. There's no doubt. Yankee
Nah,
blue.
that's one of the best. The Yankee blue is the best hat.
Yeah, right. I got
It's crazy how the Yankee blue matches with like the Timbs always like.
Well,
no
Yankee
matter
blue
what.
is a New
Any
York
Tim.
staple, but it looks good with the Met hat, the Met logo. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, man. Who else? I really haven't been keeping up except for the Yankees. Who else advanced? I know the Astros advanced, right?
Astros, who is my favorite to win the championship. The Dodgers in the National League, the Brewers, and Boston, of course.
Okay. I think we're gonna stay on sports real quick. I do want to give my opinion on that. I think the Dodgers are gonna take the World Series this year.
I think
Credible pitching.
I say used to repeat.
I think you guys are all wrong.
Who you think?
Talk about to the mic.
I think I fucking hate to say it, but I think Boston got this shit.
Nah, I don't think they're gonna fuck with that pitching staff.
I think if Mookie becomes Mookie, then they might have it.
Well, Mookie hasn't stopped being Mookie, to be honest. But anyway, still
yeah,
talk
man.
baseball? Fuck the baseball shit.
That's it, man. That's a quick sports coverage.
For you Yankee fans, you should have came for DeGrom. We only wanted Torres and a couple of prospects. DeGrom would have made you guys the favorite. DeGrom would have made you guys the favorite, no matter what you
imagine
say over
DeGrom-
there, D. And Torres is not worth more than DeGrom. But either way,
hold on,
I'm
hold
glad
on.
we got to keep DeGrom.
When was the last time the Mets played?
Y'all got. When was the last time Severino got roped? That would have been the Grom there. You know that? Y'all would have
At
had
least
it.
he made it to the game, all right?
Cy Young Award winner, and I'm making that
Shots
prediction.
fired.
Making that prediction. Man, let's get off of sports, man. Oh wait, real quick, D, who's your favorite? So Boston's your favorite.
Yeah, I think.
Hey, I got Houston.
All right, so we all different. I got the Dodgers. Y'all want to put some money on it?
No,
Damn,
I'm
nobody
not-
said the Brewers.
I don't
look
agree, man.
scarier than
Yeah,
everybody.
and the Brewers been hot, man.
I'm not really crazy about the Brewers.
That kid Yelich is balling the hell out.
Oh yeah, Yelich always been balling. I mean, we always saw Yelich. Yelich was on the Marlins, so we always knew he was good.
Yeah, he was good.
Yep.
So what's our first topic today?
Yo,
Mr.
guys,
Mr.
we got
Bernstein?
a big topic. I'm gonna go ahead of maybe ahead of myself and call this one of the biggest moments in hip hop history. We obviously speaking about Kanye West meeting with President Trump today. Despite what the media is saying and despite the bashing that the media is going on, I'm not talking both sides, CNN, Fox, every media source that I see, they're calling him crazy. They're changing his words ever since the SNL thing. Not defending Kanye, he does say some things that are outlandish, but he's also saying a lot of things as he did in this interview, and we're gonna cover that. We're definitely gonna cover that. So we did both sit. All three of us sat down, watched the interview. I'm gonna start with my man D. D, what do you think about that interview, man? What did you get out of that?
Kanye came prepared.
Oh yeah.
There was no stuttering.
Oh, yeah.
There was no moonwalking. There was no sounding retarded. He
Yeah.
had a lot of great points. I mean, I feel like Trump was looking at him like, yo, when this motherfucker gonna stop talking.
Yeah.
But
I agree with that right there.
I think Kanye came there prepared. Now, if they could do something that's gonna progress everybody, then this moment would be real big.
Man, I liked everything that he said. And this is the thing that I'm saying, and we're gonna have to get political because obviously this was a political moment. I know Jack ain't gonna like that, but he used the platform for something good. If you really look at the interview, he brought up a lot of things that we're currently facing. He brought up the 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment. Me and D was just sitting here and we saw on CNN how he got twisted, how his words of the 13th Amendment were twisted, and they said things that he did not say. Luckily, Von Jones or whatever his name is, he did kind of fix it up, but even then, he still didn't fix it. So for a major news source to do something,
Need this job.
huh? Yeah, right.
Still need to work here.
So it's like it's crazy, Jack. Before we move into the thing, what do you think about overall?
All right. Well, I'm not a leftist or rightist, meaning I'm not a liberal or conservative. Overall, I think Kanye had a lot of valid points, but I think he's a little bit it's kind of dick riding. It makes me feel like he has a hidden agenda. Like for instance, he brought up when he wanted to bring a new Adidas shop to Chicago, and he would like Trump's leadership to build the Adidas shop under the Trump's banner. That tells me right there he may have alternate motives. Kanye recently has been said that he's just recently become a billionaire. With all the success with music, he's never even established close to that. So with the Yeezy product that he made through Adidas, he's become a billionaire, so he has to think like a billionaire. Even with Trump, I think it's all a financial thing. So, even if he doesn't go another 4 years after this, even if he's impeached, this can only benefit his portfolio moving forward on making money.
Kanye said, if you in jail, you gotta make Yeezys.
Yo, you know what?
Shit.
You know what? Right? But is he gonna pay them?
Yeah.
We're gonna get into the 13th Amendment in a second.
Oh, yeah.
I think though, Kanye, yes, he.
He
What I
said
like.
he wants to amend it.
He wants to
amend it.
Yeah.
For the guys in jail
No,
to
he
make
said.
my
He
Yeezys.
talking about the table. He said, yeah, because he's using a good analogy. I think overall he was all right. He didn't sound like he was on K2 like he normally does. This time he
K2.
sounded like he was very, very prepared.
Yo, he was like very prepared. Like, when no cameras went on him, bro, and he was just taking off. Yeah, I'm proud of him, bro. I'm happy he used his platform for that. I mean, we seen Beyonce and Jay-Z, and everybody knows I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. We seen him in the White House with Obama thousands of times, and we never saw not one press conference of him.
Yeah, but you could
talking
that's
about the
clout.
problems that are going on in the hood.
Clout. Everybody, all the Trump supporters right now are conservatives and white Americans for the most part. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. It would appear that most of his followers and supporters are white Americans. I'm not saying they all are, but it appears that way. So you guys fail to realize he had one of the most famous activists of all time with Jim Brown being there as well. So that conversation could have been had behind closed doors.
Okay.
At this point, I just want to see if what he proposed to Trump comes into fruition, because even Trump at the end of the interview, he was saying about how great Kanye is and how great Jim Brown is, but he kept alluding to, we just came here to have a lunch. It was almost like
That's how he finished it.
yeah, that's what I said at the end. But he didn't really say anything or agree with Kanye at all. He let Kanye talk.
Oh no, he did
So
agree. He agreed. In
no,
some
he
things. Yes, he did.
Bro, when Kanye was making specific points, valid points, saying we got to do this, we got to bring the factories and all that shit, he did not answer him. And then at the end, he said,
that's not right. When he mentioned about how something that Trump did caused 4,000. You created 4,000 jobs. It was rather Minnesota or something.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. He definitely
yeah,
did agree.
yeah,
with
but
him
that's
on
talking
that.
about because you're talking about his credibility.
Okay.
But what I'm talking about when Kanye's making suggestions on what should be done, even when he brought up the thing about Kaepernick, when he said at the Super Bowl he would like to have his new hat that he's making that is going to say "Make America Great," I'm minusing the again part. He never acknowledged that. And then he said, let's meet in the Super Bowl. I want you on one side. I want Kaepernick on the other side. He didn't acknowledge that. And then at the end, he says, these guys are special people. Kanye's a special person. Jim Brown's a special person. And then he was tooting his own horn when he comes and he says, but you guys, how do you feel about being in the Oval Office? Like, what was the point of that? And then at the end, he says,
Good question.
And then at the end, he says, yeah, they just came here for lunch. I had a bunch of important meetings with senators and stuff like this, but people wanted to see this, so I gave the people what they want. That seems to me like Trump is clout chasing. I'm not saying
President Donnie Clout, bro.
I'm not saying what Kanye said was. I like what Kanye said. Kanye made a lot of valid points that I would agree on. But for one, I don't think Kaepernick should go anywhere near Trump without Trump first apologizing to him. And I don't think Trump is going to do that. And at the same time, Trump, of course, is not going to back Kanye because a lot of things that Kanye said, even though urban community wanted to hear that, the followers of Trump doesn't want to hear
Yeah,
that.
but they're not doing it for them. They doing it for the guys that are like Don Lemon in real life. They're going there. He's chasing the black vote. That's why he got Jim Brown there and Kanye West. He's not gonna get every black vote. A lot of black people are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" is
Oh,
this
yeah,
dude?"
minority vote in general. But I'm just saying.
No. But he's going up for elections. Almost what? Another year? Year and a half?
But
Two years?
I think, yeah, I hear you. But I feel like it's more like the ignorant person is gonna say, "Oh, Kanye West is our people." When I say our people, urban community, hip hop.
Yeah.
He's one of us.
Has Trump policies helped y'all more than Obama's policies? Huh?
Yes.
Yes,
Me personally.
yes, actually it has. But you know what? I'm not gonna say it has, but it's not detrimental to me like Obama's policies. But Obama's first term, he didn't really do anything to affect me. His second term, when he did Obamacare and with the Obama phones, and then he started taking away money and added to welfare.
Yeah.
That kind of like affected me.
You gotta get clarity on that because he didn't take anything away.
Not take anything away, but he taxed me more. I definitely got more taxed
Out of who?
from
From
my
Obama.
pocket.
From
From
Obama.
Obama, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, not too much. We're talking
Yeah,
about Obama. Like that's what I'm saying. Let Trump have a second term. Because usually what happens is what we believe
you
is.
gonna get shut down right after this.
Yeah, I'm saying. Well,
Yeah, it was 2-1.
I'm not telling. I'm not saying to vote
Nah,
for
I
to
get
come
it.
back.
I know.
I'm saying if he was to have a
George
second
Bush a
term,
chance?
if he was having,
right?
yeah.
If y'all gave George Bush a chance,
I don't think there's. I think there's a lot of in the closet supporters of Trump. And they don't want to come out because it's the bad look. Just like I think we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
People don't want to hear the truth, or they don't want to hear what's right. They want to hear what's the trend. So right now he's enemy number one. People are gonna go against him, but he hasn't really done anything to really affect us. On the contrary,
I mean, he's a fucking dick. He don't know how to talk to people.
yeah, exactly.
All right.
He don't know how to,
Can I say something though?
Of course, I'm sorry.
Trump. No. Yeah, it was a fucking very good conversation,
in that
bro.
juice.
I'm loving this conversation right now, bro.
Who made that drink?
This just goes to show. This just goes to show. I hope this shows the audience and everything that a group of 3 urban people, we from the hood and everything, we can have a conversation like this because some of us are not even aware of what's going on in our lives, bro. And we going off of just people who are working right now that don't even notice the taxes that they're saving off of Trump's policies. You know what I mean? They not noticing the shit that's happening. And I'm gonna go back to the episode where I got attacked. What was that? The fucking tech whatever. One of our episodes I spoke about me getting attacked by Trump supporters. So I think what messes up Trump the most is his supporters.
Yeah.
And it's the diehard supporters. Because you cannot sit down and have a conversation. You see how Trump sat down with Kanye? He had a conversation. Rather, it was both had their hidden agendas or something.
But it didn't look awkward when he hugged him.
He said, "My guy."
I think,
Kanye
no,
had
no,
the
I
video
think
on
Trump
it.
knew. I think Trump knew. I think low key Trump mentioned something like that's not good for you. Like I think he knew. Yo, that's not a good idea to be hugging me right now. And yo, don't get it twisted.
I've been waiting for that this whole interview. Yeah, I didn't want to make it awkward. That's what he said.
You know why I
wanted the
respect
camera. He
Yeah.
wanted the camera
You know why I
for it.
respect.
Oh,
you know
Trump
why I
should have said no homo. It'd have been good.
Dead ass.
Dead ass.
I you know I give Kanye credit too that he had the balls to do that. Steve Harvey went and seen the guy. There's been a lot of minority actors that actually spoke with him, and he publicizes. He came out in public. I don't know if it's clout chasing because his album is coming out soon, and of course but he seems to be consistent with his thought about Trump. Hopefully it doesn't change, but it's definitely a dramatic change from his idea with George Bush, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And true story, George Bush did so
Much.
fucking worse.
And
to
now
us.
he's being
fucking
portrayed as
terrible.
Now he's being
No, he's the
portrayed.
worst-
You see how Bush is being portrayed now, though?
He's the worst president of all time.
Ellen
I don't care what it
DeGeneres.
says.
And he's being portrayed like we miss, bro. There's people saying they would rather Bush than Trump.
Wait, but hold on. Which Bush? Because George Senior.
Let me tell you
wasn't bad.
something. We got
His father
Trump.
wasn't bad.
We got Trump. We got
His
Trump.
father won the war in Desert Storm and still left when he
Who?
had one term.
Did you
What's
tell
it about?
why he went to war?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's like,
that's a whole nother subject.
Oh yeah, we get to. Go have to sit
But
down.
let me tell you. Fuck, y'all made me lose my thought, bro. I forgot what I was talking about.
Yes, Trump and Trump are good.
Oh,
Just
Bush.
writing the script.
Bush Trump is the product of Bush. If Bush would have had a good presidency, his brother would have won. Yeah, because his brother was the front runner of the Republican Party, Jeb
No,
Bush.
Jeb had.
Oh, he definitely was.
I think
Jeb Bush
had-
was the front runner.
But they
So
said
you
Jeb
figure
was
if
stealing
Bush,
money. Jeb was stealing money. He was on the
regardless,
controversy
it
in
doesn't
Florida.
matter. We all knew what
Yeah, but that didn't
Bush's
come out
father
till
did.
Trump said it.
We all know what Bush's father did. Remember, Bush's father did somewhat of a good job to some people.
And he was the chief. He was CIA.
Because
right?
yeah. all that
And he
bullshit.
also pardoned the world's largest drug bust of all time.
I don't know about that.
That's a fact.
Oh, the Contras. You don't know that's Reagan.
No, that was George Bush when he was in charge of the CIA.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's some. That's
All right, come on. Let's.
That's
Can we
a-
get, all right, so let's.
that's a woke podcast.
Guys, final thoughts on the interview. What do you think, Lou? Final thoughts.
on the what? On the Kanye?
You
thing?
said it was huge. For
I think it
hip-hop,
was
yeah.
the big. I was like I said. I think it's one of the biggest things in hip hop that happened, aside from obviously the killings of Tupac and Biggie, and many other events that did happen. But I think he used his platform this time in a very good way. Yo, he spoke about Larry Hoover, my nigga. Like he spoke about he spoke about a lot of things that somebody wouldn't dare go into the Oval Office and talk about, no matter how high they are up in the game.
I would say he
That's my
spoke
final
about
thought.
it in public. Because, like you said, you had Jay-Z, Rick Ross, all those guys behind closed doors had that one huge meeting. What do you think, D? What's your final
How
thought?
you don't know Obama just like, all right, doors are closed.
Yeah, let's have a barbecue. But
Let's
you
have a
don't know.
fucking barbecue.
But, you know, I think
What I will say
Michelle.
is I think people need to be more open-minded
Definitely agree.
and start listening to the other side. I mean, people just want to be right. I'm tough. I'm going to win every battle. But sometimes you got to listen to the other side so we could get to a median that there is no drama between sides. We just get things right. You know what I mean?
Can I get an applause
think
for
you
that?
should- yeah, but that definitely sounds. That definitely was.
He's on. Applause. That was very good. That was very good. That was very good. Thank you, guys.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
That's for you, D.
Oh yeah. Can't edit that out. Okay. Can't edit that out.
No
I
way.
get it.
Push the mic, I think, more towards you. You can pull it. Pause.
I have a hard time editing now.
Yeah,
16.
nah,
That's
nah,
around
nah.
16.
Nah, I'm not editing that, man. That's good. That was for D, man. No edits. We don't do edits anymore, man. Edits is the past. That's season 1. Season 2 is you're getting raw and uncut. Whatever happens.
So it's
happens.
basically live.
Pretty much live without being live.
Edit that out.
I'll try. Actually, I'm gonna actually have her singing. I'm gonna have a video of her.
That was super dope. I think you should have left that in.
I think I am gonna leave it in.
I think that was kind of funny. You got me cracking up over there.
You know the struggle is real, baby. But the podcast keeps going.
Oh, the
We getting
game
shit from
started.
YouTube and shit.
All right, come on. Let's get it on. The game is starting. Come on. Let's
Oh,
let's
say,
get started.
next thing we're gonna get into, man. So me and Jack Ann are having a fucking dilemma. All right. I am a huge believer, and I liked what Kanye said. Kanye didn't
I
actually.
think we should wait for this for the end of the series. I know you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
We go
Can
right
we
to
get
it, bro.
can we get to the fuckery before we get into
Yeah, I
stuff
think
like
you
that?
should.
The fuckery? What's the fuckery?
Your fucking guy came out with a new song, even though we're late in the week, but he dropped a song that
It
we
was
haven't
gonna take
seen
you
yet.
about 5 minutes to put on a clip, bro.
Yeah,
So
I don't gotta put on a
So
clip. I
let's
got
talk
the
about-
song. I got the song.
Let's
You know what I'm
hit it,
saying?
let's hit it, let's hit
Well, why don't you tell them what the song is while I look for it? Come on,
So
man.
the song is called "Stupid."
Yeah.
And that's basically a Best Style phrase. I don't know. It might be a Brooklyn phrase. It might be a lot of people. in
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
niggas all need to relax. I've been saying this shit since 1998.
I think we all been saying stupid.
Nah, I like that.
It's just the way a New Yorker pronounces it.
I think I started that.
I think I heard that's like 8 people that said they started saying stupid.
Well, we haven't covered this yet, so we're gonna cover it right now. I'm not really a big fan.
Oh, you need to drive to work on Monday with this blasting.
Up them choppers, shoot your shit up, let's get busy. Drinking Henny, going crazy.
I mean, I would say his songs are getting better,
Sex,
right?
money, murder, shout out
His
all
songs are
my
getting
blazing
better.
Billy.
Bars.
We in your
Bars.
city, shout out my apes in
Bars.
the fucking spin on who the fuck is you? Who the fuck you know, nigga? Niggas killed your cousin, you on smokes, nigga. Dumb nigga, rolling up your cousin in a blunt, nigga.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Smoke, bitch, are you dumb? Dum 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 dum.
Best bar of all time.
Bitch, I'm the cannon with the drum.
Best bar of all time.
Pull over, send me no little pump, pump, pump.
And also, it's featuring Bobby Shmurda.
He just said
I
the
think
best
it was a.
bar of all time.
I think it was a good song, man. Yo, it's
I'm
not.
talking shit. I don't think it's a bad song. I just wanted to get under your skin. Actually, I think this is probably his second best song besides Fifi.
10 for 10, by the way.
Commercial-wise.
May I mention? 10
Fuck
for
all
10.
that 10 for 10. He got the
10 for 10.
following, bro. He
10
can
for
drop
10.
something. He goes.
That's fine.
Yeah, but he hasn't. But he hasn't.
Bro, he hasn't been hitting with hits. His songs have not been. Yo, even if people, I
Your
see people
favorite rapper
deny it.
hasn't done this.
I see people deny it, bro, and still bump it.
Listen, I'm not saying that.
Oh, it's catchy.
Guys, I'm not saying that the guy's
growing
not
on
hot.
to me.
Whatever. I'm not saying the guy's not hot.
He's the new Future.
Oh no, man. At least Future he was melodic. This guy,
Yeah,
is
but he
just
wasn't
screaming.
saying
He's a
shit.
fucking rock star.
You the one that say you like Waka Flocka.
Waka was actually you turned up.
You
It was
better
better.
stop lying.
Waka's better than Tekashi.
You're bugging.
Waka's first album is better than everything Tekashi ever dropped.
Name a hot Waka bar.
Got him in the music, got me in the
All
trance.
right, enough.
That's a
what was
chorus.
I'm trying to think about
No,
it.
no, you gotta hit a line.
Oh my.
I hit you with a Takashi line right now.
Fuck's a whopper.
Bro, your cousin in the blunt, nigga.
Just another old nigga on a young nigga dick.
Hey,
Y'all bugging out, man. Yo, y'all bugging
my
out.
man D on the right.
Y'all
ladies and
definitely
gentlemen.
bugging out.
My man
This
D,
is
one
better-
word.
Yo, this is better than anything this guy ever came out with.
The beat is.
This is better than anything Tekashi ever came out with.
Put Takashi on this beat, though.
Ever.
Put Takashi on this beat,
Better
bro.
than anything Tekashi ever
Put
came out with.
Takashi on this beat, bro.
What? Come on. What?
Suck my dick with your mother's lips. Right. Go ahead. Put
What I'm playing is all hits.
This is actually known for a Fab song,
These are
y'all.
all hits. No. You know for Fab Soul. What about that?
Fab
What about
body
this?
this.
What?
Put Takashi on this beat
What?
with some auto tune.
Got a
You just
whole
showed me
lot of
beats.
money. Bitches rocking for me. But that.
Got a whole lot of change.
I got a whole lot of money. Bitches coming for me. Bottle keep popping that water bad hoe jacking. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
All right, you're right.
You
Still not better than Takashi, though.
You got me.
got some shit, bro.
You got me.
We went to Apple greatest hits. He wasn't listening to that, bro.
Yeah.
He just reminded
Waka
himself,
Flocka
oh, this
playlist.
one.
But ask that question to like a fucking 14-year-old.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, stupid. I'm talking shit. Stupid is cool, and the fact that he put Bobby Shmurda on there,
Yeah.
the guys have done
That
that
was deep.
before. Don't give him credit for doing that too, because I think French did it with this guy too. He had a whole mixtape with
Max B.
Max B.
Yeah.
Nah,
He's
but
talking
that was
about-
a lot of old
And
material.
then
too.
Shine rap on somebody's song too from
A
jail.
lot of these guys been rapping
So
from jail. This
before,
ain't
when you
new.
guys start saying that he's the first one to have a dude rap from jail, that's not a fact. Look up your history, y'all. But overall, I think the song was.
Are you aware that his
dope.
fan base was not alive when do you tell them who Shine is and they're gonna be like, what?
Shine, sun,
Hey.
sunshine.
Yeah, but you're his fan base.
Huh?
You're his fan base.
Come on,
No,
I'm
we
not
like
that
a couple
young either,
songs,
bro. I like it,
but-
exactly. Don't get it twisted.
I like his
Nah,
song,
nah.
so I'm talking shit.
I really don't like Gummo. I really don't like Gummo.
I do like that.
I don't like I really don't. There's the ones I
That's
don't
a
like.
hard
Which one was the one with
I like this song. I don't
the
know
one
the
that he
songs.
did in the fucking in the rainbow thing that he was hanging on the fucking.
The car.
All of his songs.
No man, with Tory Lanez.
You a killer, I'm a mother kill
Nah.
too. They get scratched. That shit is hot.
That song with Rondo. You
Kuda's one of my favorite songs.
I don't know the name of the song.
Rondo is fire.
Rondo's I'm not really
With
care
Tory
about it.
Lanez?
I don't really like that one.
Oh, you're
to be
bugging.
honest. And the one with that's the one with this guy.
The
with
song
the
with-
Eye,
Oh,
right?
he got a dope
The song with
with
him-
Young Thug on it too.
He got that song with
yeah. That one's
with A
alright.
Boogie. It's cool too. Alright, so it was Godati, I think it is. I don't fucking know the name of these songs, but yeah, it's cool. Alright, songs alright. What do you think, D?
They try.
It's gonna be a hit.
Yeah,
Oh, it's already up
hit.
there.
It's already hit.
It's already up there.
It's like top 5 Billboard already.
Not top 5. It's
Like-
getting there.
like
By
top
next
10?
week, it should be
For
top
like
5.
yeah.
I know what that dance. Now, I mean, not now,
But that's not his song. That's not his dance though. That's 22 G's, also from Brooklyn.
Oh yeah. Well, he's the one who's gonna make it pop.
2-1 exclusive.
Just like it's gonna make it pop. Like just the shiggy
Shout
dance
out to
too.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, always.
We like
BK.
both them.
All day, bro.
BK all day.
Coney Island, what up?
My final thought on it. Yeah, of course you know what I'm gonna say, man. It's a hit, bro. 10 for 10. We're gonna be listening to it by the end of the year.
Yo, man, keep doing your thing, man.
We're
Brooklyn,
probably
stand
gonna
up.
be doing the fucking what is it? Stupid challenge on New Year's. What's our next big event coming up?
Thanksgiving.
Halloween.
And I don't think
Halloween.
Oh, Halloween, right.
Yeah. Oh,
And a time
forgot
machine?
about Halloween, bro.
I got
So,
a
yeah, bro.
costume. Shit.
Did you guys see? Oh, Jack Ann, what you think? What you think about
that,
Stupid?
yeah.
What you think about Stupid?
I was talking shit. Stupid is actually a good song. It's good. It's gonna be on the radio. It's probably his second radio hit behind Fifi.
Probably not on the morning show on Hot 97. But
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. No, but did we talk about this guy dissing him? Can I find that quick? Can I find Ebro?
Ebro did a
So,
freestyle.
So on this song, there's a part
Nah,
where
we
Tekashi
don't cover
says,
that guy. He killed
"Suck my-
hip-hop in New York."
Suck my something.
cover that
Ebro.
guy.
We're not gonna
Fuck
play it.
Ebro.
But Ebro's freestyle is actually funny as hell.
Hot 97 has been consumed by the Illuminati. In case you don't know what that
Fuck,
is.
he's a machine on the
See,
fucking
Jim-
show.
in case you don't know what that is, watch Jim Carrey on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. He exposes them. Just a quick shout out to Jim. But yeah, bro, that's what it is, bro. They trying to, hip hop. They think they know hip hop. They're not giving the young people a second chance. So he could fucking suck a dick.
All right.
Moving fucking on. Did y'all see my baby in the AMAs, bro? I didn't watch much of the AMAs, but I did watch Cardi's
You talking
performance.
about Chiquita Banana?
Slow down there, Turbo.
So Chiquita,
Slow down, slow down.
Banana.
Yo, you see Offset? Don't let Offset go on your comment
Offset,
section.
I got a
bro.
comment
Yo,
about
Offset,
him too.
Offset,
Offset's real corny too. What happened with him and Joe Budden?
Offset
We'll
go
talk
in
about
our
that, too.
comment section on the 2 to 1 show, bro. I'm pressing charges. I'm telling you right now. You know what kind of dude I am, bro.
Ain't
I'm
that your
fucking
wife? You got to fight anyway,
emotional stress. $1 million to settle.
I didn't like the way she
Right
looked,
away.
man. I get it. I guess she was trying to get into her Spanish roots, but I think she looked.
Shout out to you.
Trying to be Celia Cruz.
Yo, that's shout out to Unique Liz. She said that.
Celia.
She did that. She
And I told her-
definitely said
and
that.
like I told Liz,
I
I
text
said,
you that, right?
I'm
Didn't I
being
text you
like,
that?
Yeah.
That's
She was
true, bro.
trying, but she
Bro,
definitely
She
did
should
more
have
look
put
like
some fruits in her
Chiquita
hair.
Banana.
Yeah, she like a Chiquita Banana. Get out of here.
She looked amazing, bro.
She
She looked
could
like
look like a Mahong.
She looked like Cardi Banana.
Cardi Banana. That's what the B stands for.
Can I get some bombs for that?
You get some balls. More balls.
Can I
No
get
more.
some bombs, man? Nah, no bombs, no bombs, no bombs.
Cardi Banana.
Banana.
I think she did good, bro. Bad Bunny was there.
Yeah, so I heard it.
So
I was in the room watching it, too.
Latinos was definitely in the building for that. So I'm always hype about that. You know, I'm hype when my people win, man. So but being that we talking about Spanish songs, yo, can you find that Drake?
And Bad Bunny.
That dude Drake and Bad Bunny song,
I thought the name of the song was Pendejo.
right? yo, I said
Is it Bad Bunny or is it Drake?
Bad Bunny and Drake. Not for nothing, Drake actually sang some bars in Spanish, bro. That half of the Puerto Ricans in New York
He
cannot
definitely
do.
didn't write those.
No.
Is it
Definitely
Eres
didn't.
Mia? Let's see if I find just Drake's verse.
So as we wait 10 minutes for Jake to get the song,
Technical
just want to
difficulties.
ask you. I want to ask you, D over here. Do you think he's biting off of Tekashi?
Facts.
You definitely right.
Just another old nigga on a young nigga dick.
Hey, Treyway. Talking to Treyway.
Yo, hold on.
Shotty was back with Shotty was back with
Before we get there,
6ix9ine.
let's get to
Hold on, rewind that. You know Drake is like the ultimate culture vulture, right?
Of course.
He's still the hottest shit and make it better though.
I don't think he made that. I think.
Well, not this time.
What would I know is that I
Not this
remember
time.
I am on camera saying that it wasn't good.
Yeah, I didn't like this one.
I grew on me. This one grew on me. I listened to it as I listened to it more.
The Drake and Bad Bunny?
No, not that one.
Oh.
No, a misma vez tú te toca.
Oh, the Bebe?
Baby, no te pasa
Yeah, I
nada,
like that
vuélvete loca. That shit is
I can't
tough. What do you
find
think,
his verse.
Jenkins? What do you think about Baby now that we've heard it 1,000 times? You wasn't a fan of it neither. What I know.
Yeah, actually, it's alright.
Gonna be stoned.
You know what it is? If we would have been in the clubs with that song on, bro.
Oh, that's why.
We don't do clubs no more, bro.
Oh, that's y'all niggas.
You still do clubs?
I'm still in my prime.
That's what's up. I can't. I'll get beat up if I go to a club. Know how that is, Jekin.
I mean, you guys. I mean,
I
I'm
heard-
trying to find it. What did you guys think about the song? Let me look for it. You guys can talk about it. I didn't hear it yet.
What I think about it, I think that shit is. I think he's biting off Tekashi, bro. I mean, it was a good song, though. Don't get me wrong.
I don't say he's biting. I say he's riding the wave.
Let me see if I got it in Jenkins'
No,
Twitter.
I can find it. I'm just trying to find just his verse.
Just go on YouTube.
I got it. I'm getting it now. It's just called Mia. I put Eres Mia.
This dude just Googled, at what point do I stop this video to listen to Drake's verse?
Pretty much, bro.
He's doing mad research over there.
Yeah, play the Red Lobster ad. Fuck it, maybe we get some bread. Maybe you give me some endless shrimp delivered to my house via Postmates.
Talk about unprepared.
They try to go out.
Whatever. It's let's
Don't worry,
play
this
it.
will get edited. We got a good tech guy. Here we go. Mami. So I'm gonna do ad libs, guys, because we're not trying to get copyrighted.
Yeah, we play a lot of songs today.
Yeah.
Actually, I like the way it sounds.
Yeah, too much Tito's. Too much Tito's.
Drake though. I like it. You guys don't like it?
He
I think
voted
it's
for
alright.
Hillary.
I think it's alright, but he definitely bit off Tekashi. Way too early for that.
I don't think it sounds dope. I'm not gonna lie. I like it.
The song sounds dope. Watch the video. I think the video
killed
killed it.
It's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger.
I like
Bad
it.
Bunny and Drake.
I like it better
Yeah,
than
yeah.
Baby. I'll tell you that much. So I go
Where's
first.
the wall?
Baby grew on me, right?
Yeah, pass me the wall.
That's not the wall. I think Frankie took the wall. I like that better than Baby.
Damn.
I'm sorry, fellas. I like that better than Baby. I ain't gonna lie.
What?
As of right,
Not
You
better.
haven't even heard it.
I'm gonna tell you why. Well, immediately I heard Baby.
Yeah, but that's because you got the Tekashi hate.
No, I don't hate Tekashi. Let me finish. Let me see. I think Bebe is a better song right now after listening to it for so long. But at first reaction, when I first heard Bebe, I was like, this shit is trash. At first reaction, when I'm hearing this Drake shit, I'm liking it. So that's what I'm saying. But let me hear them both
But
after a while.
I will say that about Fifi. When I first heard Fifi, I thought it was terrible.
Nah, I thought it was a hit. So
And then I heard it at Beer Garden.
You like
At
Nicki Minaj
Dominican
first,
Day.
though. I don't think wasn't I the one that showed you Fifi first?
Nah,
I could have swore it was me.
I thought it was.
Because I
Tekashi
remember you
6ix9ine.
saying, "Yo, this is Nicki Minaj." I remember you saying this is Nicki Minaj's song.
No, I did not. Who are you talking about?
I could have swore you said that.
I listen. This
Wrong
song with Drake,
guest.
you guys. The song with Drake is called Mia, or Mia, Mia, M-I-A.
Shit is
You
whack.
guys should check it out for yourself. I think the song sounds cool. You guys, I just think it's whack. Let's get away from music for a second. Let's talk about something that we haven't talked about. It might be a little bit old for you guys, but we haven't recorded in a little while, so we'll talk about it. The fight, man. We were at your crib watching the fight.
Oh no, not his crib. We was at
My crib.
all right.
Oops,
There we go.
sorry.
It's fine.
Cat's out the bag.
No, it
Yeah, we
doesn't
definitely
matter.
had good
Wait,
time.
wait,
You don't
we
know
watched-
who crib it was, so.
We watched the fight. So obviously, this guy can't fuck with that Russian dude, man. So McGregor
No,
wants to
to the contrary.
Think
You better
so?
stop at 5.
do- you think so?
Yes, sir.
Guy's too strong, man. He's a fight,
McGregor
fight.
actually was the first person in
To win that
history
round,
to
win that
win a
round.
round
The third
against
round.
Khabib.
But that's because
He
he's
was
still
jabbing. What everybody said in the beginning of the fight was accurate. His stamina is terrible, and that's what cost him the fight ultimately.
And he's been out for 2 years too, so he looked a little rusty. But forget about the fight. Khabib won the fight. You guys already know that he won about.
Probably
submission.
was
Talked
drinking
about-
too much of his own whiskey.
But let's talk about what happened
What's
after.
that shit called? What's the whiskey called?
That's what happened after. Should he have jumped in
Yes,
the crowd?
I would have.
What do you think?
I would have.
You guys both.
Let me tell you why. UFC ain't stopped Conor when Homeboy was talking about his father, his country, his religion.
But that's for promotion though.
It
Doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
My father's dead, bro. You
Doesn't
talking
matter.
about my father? I'm jumping
Yeah,
elbows.
and Khabib ain't stupid. I want my bag. Once I get my W, I'm gonna fuck these niggas up.
I think Conor says a lot of shit, but it's not personal. I think that I mean, you jump in the crowd, you get it popping or whatever. He lucky he didn't get beat up. But them jumping in the
By
ring-
who? Who gonna beat that
No,
nigga?
hold on. He's not about throwing punches. He's about grabbing. He jumped in.
That punch that he knocked Conor on the floor and then
that's
choked
what-
him
yeah.
out looked
But
serious.
listen, but he jumped into a crowd.
So you think he'll beat you? You think you could beat him in the slap boxing
Hell
contest?
no, not even close.
I was about to
But I bet you I can sucker punch him in the back of the head when one of you guys punch him in the face.
And you're gonna
Plus,
break your hand.
Plus, I'm not professional. He jumped after a bunch of trainers.
And he fucked him up.
Nah, the dude with the blonde hair that was holding back, they would have beat him up, bro. I don't care. I didn't able to beat him up.
I mean, listen, I was actually going for Conor.
Me too. I was going for Conor.
I was like, they jumping him.
That was too, but yeah.
I was going for Conor.
But he supposedly, so he's suspended indefinitely, and he
Well,
said,
But what do you think about the
Well, the
Nevada
UFC
Commission? Wait, what do you
hold
think
on,
about the
hold on.
Nevada Commission fucking keeping his whole purse though?
and they gave it to Conor, but they suspended them both.
You hear about that?
No, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he got it. If they
I know
working out
McGregor got his
terms-
the same day.
Yeah, McGregor
Yeah.
got his purse.
McGregor
No
got
penalty.
the same
No,
thing
but
guys.
I think Khabib may have got it back.
Yeah,
but
I don't know about
also
either.
too, that's all fake. When they say he's suspended, there was rumors before the fight that Khabib's last fight, if he won against McGregor, he was gonna retire. So that may be the political way to say he's suspended indefinitely.
Yeah, but
they want the ratings. I think this is great
but
for
it's
UFC.
not-
I agree with you,
hold
I
on,
agree
hold
with
on. But you guys, before you say that, UFC didn't suspend them. It came out saying that the athletic commission suspended them.
And you don't
indefinitely.
think they hold hands? I make millions for you. You make millions for me.
Yeah, but when you deal with UFC is never gonna be as big as boxing. I mean, it's close there now, but the purse wise. So the biggest draw is McGregor. I think McGregor got 50 million. This guy got 2 million. The thing about UFC is that it has to be entertaining.
Of course.
When you got fighters like him, like Tyrone Woodley, these guys that are gonna win fights, but they're super boring.
Nah, did you see Tyron Woodley last fight?
It was
He beat the shit out that
yeah,
guy.
but he's
Punches.
But when he fights top of the line guys and try to grab him, he's an excellent fighter. He's gonna win a lot of fights, but he's not entertaining. So because of that, he's not gonna make money. That's why he's never on the big cards.
I would disagree, but go ahead.
That's why he's never on the big cards. That's why that chick that beat up Rousey the first time, she was undefeated for that long, and until she
No, she came into that fight with 7 losses. Holly Holm?
Holly Holm's undefeated. She's undefeated, bro.
You need to.
I'm telling you for a fact, she was undefeated. And then she lost like 3 after that. To Nunez. Yeah, she was undefeated. She came and beat her up. But she was no name. You know what I'm saying? So
I want to make a big bold statement. I want to make a huge statement. Conor McGregor will be on the next Royal Rumble.
He will
He
definitely
will be on the
WWE
next Royal Rumble.
sometime.
He'll be awesome in WWE.
you gonna join Ronda Rousey?
Definitely.
Yo, Ronda Rousey looks fantastic.
Yo, you imagine a stable with Brock Lesnar,
Down.
Ronda Rousey, and fucking Conor McGregor?
Eh.
A stable with them, and Paul Heyman talking for them? That'd
Bring
be
back
crazy.
CM Punk. Bring back CM Punk.
Oh,
Bring back
CM Punk too?
But he
That
hates-
should be nuts.
He hates Vince, right?
He tried, but nobody hates Vince more than me, you son of a bitch. But yeah, real quick before we do get into the next subject, I just went into my phone. I saw this. It popped up. The news be popping up on my phone. At least 6 deaths have been linked to the storm, Hurricane Michael, in Florida, North Carolina, and South Carolina. So the 2 to 1 show wants to send our
Out
condolences
to you guys, man.
to
Sorry
the
about that.
family. We getting hit with some crazy hurricanes, man. We were supposed to have a segment on global warming. We're not gonna do it today, but my opinion is that these hurricanes, global warming and everything in general, it's definitely man-made. So something gotta give.
Yeah, you know.
But that's for another show. Go ahead.
Before
Say
we
what
do-
you gotta say. Say what
All
you gotta
right.
say.
You think these hurricanes are man-made?
They're not man-made, but during 9/11, right? They grounded all airline traffic between like the whole northeast coast. You know, the Earth cooled down by 1 degree when that happened. And
That's true.
This
That's
is facts. And they won't change the way airlines are traveling because that's a fucking biggest money maker there is.
So you think
They make
with
it on the
planes
gas
being in the
and
air
the
is
ticket.
fucking up the environment as well?
100%.
I think it's a mixture of a lot. I mean, just not the planes. It's like
No, but I'm
just
saying it's part of
burning
it.
fuels.
No.
Burning fuels in general is fucking it up.
Yeah, but just a couple weeks, just of airline traffic, just stopping it for just 1 day, cooled the Earth by a degrees.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that says a lot. That definitely says a
Because
lot.
You trying to
remember-
say if we was to shut every fossil fuel that's burning right now off?
Not fossil fuel, every airline. Because remember, when they're digesting the gasoline, it's in the air. It's not on the
got you,
ground.
got you.
By the time it gets up, it turns into
That's
a bunch
ill.
of different things.
That's definitely
That was definitely true.
That's
That's
definitely
true.
ill.
It's a lot of shit, bro. There's a lot of shit, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna spend my time on this. 'cause
Before we
still
get
gotta cover
to
something.
the main topic of today, that me and Lou definitely don't agree on. Before we get to that topic, I had a question. I brought this up to Lou a while back. I want to talk to you about it. You know when you get these phone calls from whatever phone company you with, AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, whatever your phone company you with, when you I guess the Giants must be losing. Well, anyway, when you get those calls that are like companies and they say, you know, they're trying to sell you something like that, and then you gotta block them, whatever. I don't know if you noticed this, but now AT&T is offering. They send me if I want to sign up for this program, that's gonna block them automatically, but I gotta pay. It's free for the first 30 days.
Who do you think is sponsoring
This
them
is what I'm
niggas?
saying.
Y'all niggas is sick,
You, know, you think the same? Like, so you
they
think?
all got AT&T phone accounts. They're calling you from them. That's like the guy who makes oxycodone. He's selling a cure for addiction for oxycodone.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's selling a cure
But he made-
for oxycodone addiction. So,
So
I'm
he's-
going to sell you the plug. I'm going to get you high. And then when you got too much, I'm going to fix you.
Then hook you out of something else.
But you got to pay me both ways.
Yo, but that's crazy, right? You took the words out of my mouth. Don't let these phone companies fool you, man. I'm getting calls from China. I'm getting calls from all over the world.
bro.
Just don't
How
pick
do-
up.
I
You don't know the
know-
number?
Yeah,
Don't pick
that's
up.
it.
Now what I
Somebody
do
want to
is-
get to you? Leave a voicemail.
I don't have my voicemail.
You
so
got you.
text me.
Your
Well,
numbers
you
on
need to do
your
that.
numbers on the 2-to-1 page. By the way, call Jack N if you wanted to call Jack N. His number is
917.
on
Yo,
the
chill, my
2-to-1
dude.
page.
I'm changing
Hit
to
my
this.
man up and tell him what you think about the show. Thank you for that.
He doesn't sleep.
Oh man,
Anytime.
I definitely know with these damn kids. All right, let's get into what we
Oh.
talked about from the beginning, man. I cut you off from
We're
the
gonna
beginning.
do this. We're gonna do this. All right,
Let's
we're
just
gonna do
knock
this.
it out.
This is very serious topic we saved for the end. I guess I wanted to do it in the beginning because I was kind of amped to do it. But before we do get into that, things that Kanye talked about today, I want to just get into some talking points with y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Just real quick. To talk about talking points with y'all that Kanye talked about. He talked about Democrats, how we are grown, how we are fucking grown into believing that we have to vote for Democrats, and I think that's very true.
That goes
What
back
is
to
something that our parents always told us when it came to Democrats and Republicans?
I never even have
We
a
can say it at
conversation
the same time. Y'all never heard the saying Democrats are for the poor, Republicans are for the rich.
not
Oh, yeah, of course. That's how you.
I know.
you're
I
brought
know.
up.
I know.
That's how it was
I
taught
know
to
people
me.
may say that, but my mom never really was into politics, so I don't know. I couldn't say.
Well, your mom was ahead of the game back in the day.
Word.
A very intelligent woman from Joe.
She
My
was-
mother was
Shout out to
always.
his moms.
My mom was like a community activist.
Well, my mom is, as you guys
Mm-hmm.
know, my mom is very heavy into politics, and she actually was a Democrat all her life. She actually taught me that saying, and now she's a Trump Republican, a real die-hard Trump Republican. One of the Republicans I can't stand, but that's fine. That's my mama, and I love her. All right, and that's her political views.
But that goes back to when D was a guest of ours. I don't know if it was last show or the show before. You talked about the groups,
Damn, I've been here for a little while.
right? Man, we enjoy having your company, right? When you talked about the groups, right? You said
No, yeah, people.
They
people
own-
are
they go with their
blinded.
group. They
They
just go
just
with their
they just
group.
want to be right. They just want their party to be right. They don't care if it's true or if they fixing shit.
Huh?
They just want to say I voted for the right guy and
That's
my
right.
party won.
That's right.
They don't care if they do anything good for the community.
Just like Yankee fans. Moving forward, he spoke. He spoke about the cheapest factory in the United States, which is what? Something we're gonna get into soon.
Jail.
The prison system.
that's the lead to.
He brought that up to Mr. Trump.
That's not a fact. You know what they're making fucking license plates?
That's what you think? To make
He
it
talked
cell
about stop and
phones?
frisk. He actually brought up stop and frisk.
No, he said that we want to address stop and frisk, so he wants to talk to Trump about it.
Yeah.
But he didn't really address it. He said we
Trump-
should.
Trump
he said
just
everybody-
blinked at him.
Exactly.
Listen.
This is,
The fact that all this was brought onto a national stage, everybody saw this, bro.
But I
no,
you
he's
don't-
talking about everything that everybody said. What did Trump say to attack what he was saying?
But you
to
can't knock
agree?
Kanye for that. You can knock Trump for that.
No,
I
but this is
can
what
knock
I'm
Trump-
saying
yeah,
though.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying though. Kanye, he's talking to somebody that's not listening.
That's
and you're
fine.
a
That's
fucking
fine. But he
asshole,
did
man.
his job. He did his job.
But he did a job
As a,
that
no,
everybody
no, no,
else
no. The
complained
reason
about.
why I'm bringing this up so much is because he did his job as a minority. But meanwhile, you got these minorities on CNN that are trying to bash him and trying to fucking change his words around and make it seem like he's not doing what he's,
Yeah,
he's
he did
doing.
not
He has
wanna
a total different
abolish the
agenda.
13th Amendment.
Bro,
He
they
said
want
he
us to
wants-
believe. I'm sorry to cut you off. They want us to believe that he has a hidden. I don't think Kanye has a hidden agenda. I think he might have a bipolar somewhere that that other mind is telling him, yo, you got to do something greater. You got to do something bigger. He's probably not going about it the way that you would go about it. Probably not going about it the way I would go about it. But he has a lot of good fucking points, bro. You cannot come here and say that he wasted his time going to the fucking Oval Office and talking to Trump. He fucking got straight. Motherfucker's always gonna kill me. He got straight to the fucking point with the ideas. Yo, once again, he talked about Larry Hoover, bro. Who will go to a fucking president and mention Larry Hoover and the situation that he's going through, which
And
is
he
a
had
whole nother
bottoms,
show.
bottom fronts on in the Oval Office.
the bottom front. That's a
He
Yeezy.
gave Trump some Yeezys, I believe, sir.
That's
He-
up there with Hulk Hogan
Did he
wearing
get
a
Trump
do-rag
Yeezys?
in the court. That's up there. That's up there.
Listen, man.
So yeah, man.
You're giving Kanye too much credit.
I
I feel like he's talking to what everybody's been saying. It just came out of his mouth and it was on TV. At the end of the day, he said a bunch of things. Yes, I agree. A lot of things he said were things that we were thinking about. But ultimately, what we wanted was answers. We didn't get any fucking answers, and the president blew him off. So I feel like you're talking for no reason.
Okay.
And Kanye once again is lost. He's lost in space. Like it's like, I get it.
Kanye was not lost in space
Yeah,
this interview, bro.
I'm
Listen.
gonna tell you why he's lost his space, because he's not lost his space for what he was talking about, or the clarity of what he was talking about, or the knowledge of what he was talking about. He lost his space because he's talking to somebody who's not listening to him.
I disagree.
The guy clearly wasn't listening to him. You can
I
see it in his
disagree.
face.
You think Trump wasn't listening to Kanye?
I think he was listening.
I think he heard him.
I think that's what people,
I think he heard him. He didn't
people-
listen to him.
Nah, that's another problem with people. When someone's explaining something to them, they always want to talk over them because they don't want to keep listening. Hopefully, I'm being progressive. I'm being positive. I hope he was just listening to what Homeboy was saying
Yeah,
and soaking
agreed.
it. I hope. I don't care if he looked like he was doing that. I'm hoping. You know what I mean? And
Agreed.
hopefully this will make things better. If it doesn't, then fuck that.
Good try, Kanye. That's what I gotta say.
All right, so
So you ready?
let's just get right into the
All
bullshit.
right, D, we're gonna need you to be the middleman for this one. This is for the first, not the first time.
Well, I mean-
I don't think me and you disagree much, bro.
This is
Do we?
Well, this one we disagree a lot. This one, yeah.
So he didn't want to bring the segment because 2 to 1's not a political show. But I think
And I didn't find know enough about. I know enough about what we're gonna talk about. But then when he broke it down to something specific, I disagree with him. So
let's get right into it. We spoke about the 13th Amendment, and I actually agree with Kanye. We go back to Kanye. We might do this Ye to None Part 2.
Yeah, Ye to None Part 2. Yeah,
but we're going back to the Kanye thing, and we spoke about how the 15th Amendment, fucking up. The 13th Amendment, I actually agreed with Kanye. I think it should be changed. And
be specific. What part you think should be changed?
I think the part. Obviously, the part with slavery is not that has to stay there. But the part where it could be used as a punishment, I think it should be changed.
Yeah, I think
Jekken doesn't.
Now, to be specific, you're talking about the indentured servitude to criminals. So you cannot be a slave unless you're a criminal and you've been put away in prison for a amount of time.
Definitely.
Now, when you said, I didn't say they should be slaves. That's not what I said. You said that if they're doing a job, they should get paid what somebody who's not locked up is getting paid. I disagreed.
Okay. Why you
said
disagree?
Because they shouldn't be able to make a living in jail because they're in there for something they did wrong. So why should they be they're there to be punished. They're not there to provide or to do anything else. When you're punished, unfortunately, you did something, everybody around you has to suffer. So I'm in jail. I mean, why the fuck would I not risk my life and go to jail if I know I can make money when I'm locked up anyway? What's the whole point? So I kill somebody tomorrow, you know what? Fuck it, I go to jail, I make some money, I support my family.
Let me ask you a question,
Bullshit,
Jekken.
bro.
Let me ask you a question, Jekken. Why is a lie detector test not admissible in court?
Because you can beat the lie detector test.
Because you could beat the lie detector test, right? That's
Yes.
why. So it's not. It doesn't work. Let's say it doesn't work. 2% of the times it doesn't work. So you think it's fit? Do you think our justice system is 100% good?
Nothing's 100%.
Do you think that there's times that people are locked up for things they didn't do?
Of course, but
So why should that person suffer?
how can you?
This is who we talk. We're talking about the people. This. I can't get into percentages, but there's people that are in jail. There's a lot of people who are in jail and did something
and there's people
for
in
what
jail
they didn't do.
And there's people in jail. They said, you know what, I'm pleading guilty because if I don't plead guilty and I go to trial, they're gonna give me 20 years when I can just do 5. I get
Okay.
it, but once you're locked up, you're locked up. And the sad part about it is, yes, are there innocent people in jail right now? Yes. Are there innocent people doing life? Yes. Are there innocent people on death row? Yes. But the thought process of you going to jail and making money or getting the same thing as someone out of jail, that logically doesn't make sense to me because you're in jail or you're in prison. You're there for a meeting. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you.
who's to stop me from doing something crazy? Like, let's say right now I'm a family man, right? My kids are everything to me. I know that my biggest thing in life right now is to provide for them. If I can't provide for them, it makes me useless. But I say, you know what? I'm going to go sell drugs. I'm going to do what I got to do because fuck it. If I get locked up, I can still make money in there. I can still send them money. What's going to stop me from doing that?
All right. So why are the people that are hiring the felons don't stop doing it then?
What do you mean?
The people who are hiring the people out of jail, why don't they stop hiring them? What's the reason behind it?
The people that are, you mean the people that
Let's
are
say
paying the jails
let's say I'm Timberland. I hire 5 people that are in Sullivan County Correctional Facility upstate. What makes it? Why are they doing it? Why are they hiring?
Well, they're doing it for profit, right?
For profit.
But that's up to the jail system, and that's up to that system. That's
Okay.
up to that's you're talking about totally different. Then you gotta change your wording. You gotta say that it's not appropriate for big companies to then use these people to make money off of them.
That's the thing. It's hypocritical. There we go. I think it's hypocritical for you as a Hispanic man from Best Eye, which you know what's going on with our current fucking police department in New York City. You know the discrimination that's going on. You know that there's a chance that a woman could get raped, and they say it was a man with a beard and a hairy chest that you could go to jail for fucking 5 years.
Yeah.
And just for you to burn time, you're gonna say, you know what? That's fine. I'll do a fucking welding job for 10 cents a fucking hour. When you have to hire a fucking welder, which is like 20 fucking.
Well, you
20,
know what? If
25.
you ask somebody,
Hold
that-
on, real
okay.
quick though. Let's get my fucking my man D over
Okay.
here. Let's get his opinion. What do you think about this?
All right, just to be the fair guy here, I think you guys touched on some stuff, but the biggest point that y'all both miss is that this system is it's a business. Cops get achievement awards, they get bonuses for getting first, giving tickets, doing that. Jail is big business. Back, I want to say maybe 10 years ago, investing in a jail was probably one of the most profitable things you can invest in.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because the government gives you money as well.
Well, it's not only that. They then sell their labor to big business.
Oh.
You know that jails probably one of the biggest manufacturers of cell phones in the United States.
Of a lot of things, bro. Of a lot.
But if they're getting that practice and they're learning how to build cell phones, then when they come out, wouldn't that give them an opportunity to
Not
get a job?
necessarily.
No, because who's gonna hire a felon? Who's gonna hire a guy who's in jail?
Okay. I still don't think they should get paid with somebody else.
Well, let me
'Cause you
finish.
go to
Let
jail,
me
you should be
hold on.
penalized, bro. Sorry.
Let me finish. So jail, and the reason why jail was created in the beginning is because that's supposed to be a rehabilitation. I did this wrong. Send me somewhere so I can be fixed, so I don't do this again. And then let me out into society and at least give me a chance to fix myself.
Shout out to Norway's prison system.
And that's not what the case is now. Now kids are getting thrown in jail for years just because they can't afford a lawyer. They get a legal aid lawyer that says, yo,
that's true. That's
yo,
true.
take these 5 years, or if they find you guilty, it's 25 years. Do you want to do that?
No.
And these kids are scared to death. They're like, fuck it, I'll do 5. You know what I mean? So do
real.
you want to make those kids slaves? I mean, there are guys that should lose their rights, like fucking serial killers and rapists and shit like
But you
that.
know, you can't differentiate one from the other. Like Luke
Yeah,
said.
but selling
you
drugs,
definitely can.
drugs is not.
No,
These guys are trying to make money for their families.
Yeah, I
Some of
hear-
these
I-
guys
Yeah,
are getting
you get
20
less.
to
You
life.
get more
But
money.
they-
You get more time for fucking having 2 pounds of weed on you than a fucking pedophile does.
Tax
No,
evasion.
Fucking rape
Listen,
in the
I hear
middle.
that.
And that's
Tax
sad.
So then then we gotta have a whole different conversation that we can't get into today, and we gotta say that. And I think we should probably bring it up next show that there should be different category of criminal. So someone that's selling drugs and getting caught with all these pounds of weed shouldn't be in the same
No, this
facility.
current
as a
justice system works. It just needs to be
No,
fixed,
but-
and it
but-
needs to be
but
fair.
What you're saying, what D was saying, and let me know if I'm alluding to it in the wrong way. What you're saying is that a rapist, a murderer, a pedophile, these guys that are doing egregious crimes, yeah, of course they should be penalized. But these guys that are selling dope and weed and all this stuff, they're being charged and being treated the same way. So if you're saying that, then I'm going to agree with you. I think the justice system should change or categorize these people in different fashions and then make jails accordingly. So you sell drugs, you go here or whatever. But, that's neither here or there.
And you know they ain't start arresting people for selling drugs until they realize, damn, we're not getting no tax money out of
Of
this.
course. Of course. And they're the ones that let the drugs into the, let's not get into it. We don't want we don't want the CIA knocking on my door in the hood.
They ain't knocking up here, bro. They
Well,
probably get robbed if they come in here, bro.
But I guess, you guys,
I
hopefully
guess
you comment.
I guess we agree to disagree. Definitely comment in our comment section,
Well,
man.
we'll put, and we'll chop this up and try to put a piece into Instagram so you guys can make a comment on IG too. Before we go, I just have one thing to tell you guys. I don't know if you heard about Melania, what she said today. Do you hear what she said?
The cyberbullying
was-
shit.
Nah,
Listen,
bro.
she said
these
these victims of Me Too need to
and
have
rape
hard
evidence.
They have
evidence.
hard evidence.
I agree.
Now, this is a female that came out and said this. Before we get kicked off the air, we behind closed doors, we kind of said something similar. Listen, the Me Too movement is terrible if it happened to you, but honestly, there's too many people coming out with it, and automatically it's being believed.
There's a lot of good brothers losing their freedom or tarnishing their livelihood.
I agree, bro.
So
Shaking a check.
Melania-
I mean, they need to be better rules.
But this goes. This
they
goes
need to
back.
be better rules so girls that are victim, they're at least, taken care of.
Yeah, of course.
recognized.
Of course.
A way to address it. But
course.
for them girls that are chasing a check, they need to find a way to lock them bitches up for
Yeah.
years.
I feel like with the whole Melania thing, people talk bad about her and all the things she said, and that she supposedly stole a speech from Michelle. But this is wow. Listen, I'm gonna give a round of applause.
Aplauso.
I hit it.
A round of applause.
Oh yeah, Melania
A round of
definitely.
applause for Melania.
Melania's definitely
Let's
been
give-
to Dominican
let's
Republic
give
at least
for another
twice.
round. Let's get for another round. Round of applause for Melania, man. I agree with you. Thank you for
Yo,
standing
you
up.
want to come up with random topics? Let's come up with random
Well-
topics. What do you guys think about Mayor De Blasio allowing doctors to identify a child as a third gender?
I will definitely not be commenting on that.
Why would you not want to comment? Come on, let's get it. 2 to 1, you talk about it. Come on, you're the one that edited it. We talk about it.
I'm not commenting on that. I think we should end the show because we should watch this game.
You don't want to talk about it? How about you, my man D? What do you think about that?
I don't show my face.
No, you're not on, your face
So-
is not on here.
Listen,
We'll never
listen,
put you on
listen.
there.
So
Listen. Let's get the
Listen,
fuck
man.
out of here, guys.
He like, we live. We don't want to get into none of that.
Yeah, guys, this is episode
18.
18. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, you don't do the outro.
you fucking censor
Go
me
ahead.
again.
You don't do
dude.
the outro.
I'm sorry,
Oh, you
fuck
doing the outro?
I'm just gonna play the music. You
Play the
do it.
goddamn music.
Okay, I apologize.
Wow.
I think I'm trying to
Say
get
that,
you.
Jackin? Season 2?
Clap for me, man. Clap for me. I'm trying.
Season 2?
Season 2. I'm jacking more trades.
It's gonna take about 10.
And his cup been full the whole.
It's gonna take about 10 minutes for him. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching episode 18. I'm your boy, Best Dalu. To my left, check in. To my right, my man D. And look how I get into character for you, you see. Don't let me start spitting bars. Make sure you go to our YouTube, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. Peace.
Peace.
Episode 18, baby.